From KETK, you're watching East Texas Live.
Welcome back. Debt can feel overwhelming, and when bills start to pile up, many people seek out different services for help. But not all options are created equal, and some can do more harm than good. Joining me now is Michelle Mills from the Better Business Bureau with important tips to help consumers choose wisely. Good morning. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Starting to cool down, or there's a hope of things cooling down next
hope.
week.
Yes, we have a hope. Maybe some lower 80s.
A little rain. Yeah, that'd be good. Ready for that.
Yes. Well, I know debt is a big concern with a lot of people.
Yes.
I know I'm kind of experiencing that a little bit right now. I'm just like medical bills.
Sure.
Oh no, what am I going to do? So, you know, how bad is the debt situation in America right now?
It is bad. We Americans are over $18 trillion in debt. 90% of us have some sort of debt. Now, the 18 trillion, most of that is mortgage debt, and then so that 13 trillion of that is mortgage, and then it's divided almost equally between student loan debt, auto loan debt, and then credit card debt. So it is a big problem, and about a little over 4% of us are in some state of delinquency on that debt, but 90% of us have debt. So.
Yeah, no, definitely if you went to college. Yep.
I know. Anybody that went to college, for sure.
Exactly, yeah, especially now that they've started back up where people have to start paying again.
Correct, yeah.
That's just because they want you to pay so much all the time.
And it's for almost, it's for 20 years. It's a commitment.
Yes. So what are some of those most common options that people seek out?
Yeah, so if you're feeling really overburdened and you need assistance, there are several options. So you just need to know which one is going to be right for you. There is credit counseling, and that's going to cover, like, they're going to, it's not only helping you right now, it's also going to help you down the line. They're going to teach you, different things that will help you so that you don't get back into that situation again. There's debt relief, and that's working with creditors to reduce what you owe, and it's also called debt settlement, maybe get lower rates, things like that. That's something you could do on your own as well. Debt consolidation, that's when you hire somebody to consolidate all of your debt and maybe even reduce your interest rate and just make it more simple because you're just paying one bill. And so they would pay those bills for you out of that, or I'm sorry, you would pay those bills like one bill instead of however many credit cards you have. And then the last one is credit repair. And the goal of credit repair is to correct inaccurate information that's on your credit report. So lots of options for people to take.
Yes. And so I know if people are like me, I get phone calls all the time of people going, hey, let me help you with your debt.
You really want to make sure that you do research on the company, and we do have some red flags of people that you probably want to steer clear from. If they say that, they want you to pay up front, they're not supposed to do that until they've provided some kind of a service for you. So that would be a red flag. If they say, we guarantee that your debt's going to be erased, it's going to be fixed immediately, that's something also that you want to avoid. And then if they give you some bad advice, if they say, hey, stop calling your debtors, stop making any payments, that could cause you problems down the road. Late payments could add up. It's better to have a decent relationship with the people that you owe money to. So watch out for stuff like that. Ignoring debt doesn't make it better.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us today, Michelle.
Thank you.
All right, and for more information, go to that website right there on your screen. Well, coming up on KETK's East Texas Live, there's a new variety of tomatoes. Where you can find it to try it.
And we're still feeling like summer out there, but we do have some rain in that forecast, especially early next week. More details after the break.
Welcome back. It's time for tomatoes. They're still in peak season, but you haven't seen or tasted this one before. New Jersey is known for its fresh crops and special varieties. Now there's a new tomato in town, and it was created by scientists at Rutgers. Greg Mocker reports from Huntington County, New Jersey.
All tomatoes are not created equal. Take a bite, you'll know.
You want something that's firm, that has a good amount of crunch when you bite into it.
Now take a ride on the golf cart around the Snyder Research and Extension Farm near Pittstown, New Jersey. It's the Rutgers University Center for Sustainable Agriculture. Pete Nietzsche and Tom Orton know about tomatoes, not only from eating them.
Yield's been good.
The fruit's ripening up well.
Yeah, all the way up to the top. The cover is very good.
They're both known in the field of horticulture and botany. For more than a decade, they've been perfecting the next top tomato. Traditional crossbreeding of two types of tomatoes has resulted in this harvest.
So usually with a paintbrush or some other device to actually move the pollen onto the female. And then if it's successful, in a couple of weeks you get fruits developing from the pollination.
They call it Scarlet Sunrise after the colors of the skies and other New Jersey tomatoes. A taste test is required, Pete, so what should I be looking for when I'm eating it?
You should have a nice texture, a burst of sweetness,
It is
and then
sweet,
maybe
that's good.
a little bit of acid and a little bit of complexity.
A lot of appeal and allure within New Jersey, and so we wanted to continue that tradition, and also to help the local farmers to become more profitable.
Tomatoes are serious topics. They think this one is hardy, tastes good, and can produce a good crop longer into the growing season. You want to put this out there and say, try this?
Oh yeah. We're hoping our seed company has seed available next spring and that both gardeners and farmers can try it. We think they'll enjoy it.
This variety of tomato, the Scarlet Sunrise, will be protected as intellectual property. Rutgers University will do that with the U.S. Department of Agriculture.
And now, your East Texas Storm Team forecast.
Happy Thursday, East Texas. Looking out there right now, we've got mainly sunny conditions. Also looking at temperatures really climbing because of all that sunshine out there, already into those mid 80s with winds light and variable, only around 3 miles an hour, and that humidity not too bad either. As we look across the state, we do actually have a cold front right here, but unfortunately it's not going to make its way into East Texas, staying up there in the northern part of the state, giving some shower activity there to the Panhandle region. Temperatures in the 70s still over in Lubbock and San Angelo. Meanwhile, the rest of us really starting to bake as those temperatures warming into the 80s, eventually getting into the 90s this afternoon. Here's a look at temperatures right now, sitting at about 86 in Longview, nearing 90 in Marshall, and about 85 as you head down into the Nacogdoches and Hemphill areas. As we go into the afternoon, we're going to be looking at those 90s today, 93 to as much as 95 degrees across the area. Lots of heat today, still feeling like summer, and that continues through the weekend. And then we'll get a little bit of a reprieve from that thanks to some rain chances as we head into next week. And looking here at what we're seeing for you for those lows, some upper 60s, lower 70s, pretty much going to be the story here as we head into next week. Speaking of those rain chances, they're going to be with us here through the weekend, at least an isolated chance, and then much better chances as we head into early next week, around a 40% coverage on both Monday and Tuesday. Futurecast does show that potential this afternoon for some pop-up garden variety storms out there, and then things quiet down tonight. Could see a couple of showers towards morning, and then we'll get another round of some storms as we head into the afternoon hours with that daytime heating tomorrow, and some could linger through football time before things quiet down into the overnight. Here's a look at those rainfall totals, and luckily we're getting some beneficial rainfall. Most of this falls early next week, but it's been a while since we've had just a nice soaking rain out there, and it looks like at least some of us are going to get that as we head into early next week. Looking out in the tropics right now, the Gulf continues to be a ghost town. Great news there. Hopefully that continues the rest of the hurricane season. Out in the tropical Atlantic, we have what is a very disorganized tropical storm barely hanging on. You can see no thunderstorm activity associated with Gabrielle right now. Winds still at 50 miles an hour, expected to strengthen, but it's got a lot of obstacles to overcome before it can do so. It is expected to become a hurricane, though, as it turns to the north, passes east of Bermuda there into early next week. So no issues for us here in East Texas. Back home today, 90 93, partly cloudy with that isolated chance for a storm or two. Tonight, we'll see some shower chance towards morning. Otherwise, those lows will be in the upper 60s to near 70 under partly cloudy skies. And of course, it's time for some football tomorrow. 7 p.m. kickoff for Tyler versus Lufkin there at Abe Martin Stadium. It'll be partly cloudy with 80s for kickoff, cooling into the 70s for your drive home. And your game of the week. This is Jefferson versus Pittsburgh there at Pirate Stadium. Could see an isolated storm for your kickoff at 7:30, but then partly cloudy and 70s by the end of the game. Looking here at what we're expecting for your next 7 days, those temperatures still pretty warm through the weekend. And then for the first day of fall, looking at some scattered storms there on Monday and Tuesday. And for Deep East Texas overall, a very similar forecast, not looking at any major changes as we go through the next 7 days. And as always, for more on your forecast, you can visit us at KETK.com.
Thank you, Braden. Well, coming up on East Texas Live, an autism diagnosis can take years, but a new test could speed things up. We learn all the details in today's Rich on Tech. So, no, is she not here yet? Okay, she's supposed to be bringing a small puppy named Fern. That's the last I heard from her. Here. Did you say there she is a while ago for Holly? Okay, then I will text her. I didn't text her because I thought you had said, oh, there she is. It's Susan, of course. I just got an email from Susan, so I bet that's who it is. She called yesterday. Welcome back. A new tool could speed up autism diagnosis. Rich DeMiro explains in today's Rich on Tech.
An autism diagnosis could take years, but a new test promises answers much sooner, even for babies as young as 1 month old. Here's how it works. Rebecca Berthiola noticed her 3-year-old son George showing early signs of possible autism.
Covering ears, sensitivity to noise, and, not always answering his name.
Her pediatrician warned a traditional diagnosis could take a year or longer.
It did seem like longer than what I wanted because I was seeing signs and I kind of wanted confirmation.
That's when she learned about a new hair test called ClearStrand, available for children as young as 1 month and up to 4 years old.
What I like about ClearStrand is that it's not invasive, right? It's not a blood test.
The test requires just a few strands of hair collected at home and mailed to a lab. Results come back in about 3 to 4 weeks.
ClearStrand is another tool now where we can really get early objective data even before the official clinical diagnosis can be made, and this can help us with early therapy and treatments.
The test is 95% accurate in ruling out autism.
Dr. Manish Arora developed the test, partly inspired by his own daughter.
My youngest daughter is neurodiverse, but getting the right diagnosis for her took me 2 years.
The technology uses lasers to analyze hair like growth rings on a tree, searching for biomarkers over time.
We're not just looking at molecules that are inside your body, and this single strand of hair, about 1 inch of hair, is like 1,000 blood tests.
At $750, ClearStrand isn't cheap, but the company says it's working to reduce costs and expand insurance coverage.
Our vision is that in the next 6 months to 1 year, we will have coverage by one of the major insurance groups.
For Rebecca, the positive test result wasn't necessarily a surprise, but it gave her family a clear starting point.
It was a little heartbreaking at first because I didn't know where to go from there, but also it was like a sense of relief because we didn't have to wait so long.
The company behind the test says future uses could include ADHD, ALS, pancreatic cancer, and other conditions. I'll put a link to ClearStrand on my website, richontech.tv. I'm Rich DeMuro. That's Rich on Tech.
Well, coming up on East Texas Live, showing love for the men and women who have served our country, how the community showed up to do just that for veterans returning from an honor flight. Yeah, can somebody go get Holly? Okay, she's in the waiting area. Welcome back. On Tuesday night in Florida, 75 veterans were greeted with a massive celebration after returning home from their honor flight. Ryan Obgosk has that story.
Honor at the gate after a day of honor in our nation's capital. Leading the charge, Vietnam veteran Richard Fink. the hero in this gray polo.
I had 2 tours, so, you know, it just feels good. It just feels good.
Richard and 74 other veterans from World War II to Afghanistan taking a trip free of charge to visit war memorials and pay their respects to the fallen.
I had some friends on the memorial and, you know, had a chance to at least touch their name again. You know, it's been 50 years, but yeah, it was very, very moving.
The men and women going on the day-long trip as a family, even if they've gone to D.C. before.
Absolutely. It was, I felt like a celebrity, actually, but it was something I've really not experienced before, so it was a one of a kind.
Each one greeted by a surprise celebration as they walked through the terminal.
Let's hear it for the veterans!
Red, white, and blue galore. Signs, local organizations, and even kids all saying the same thing.
Thank you so much for your service. Thank you.
A special ending to a special day. One to make up for their first trip back to the States, for many more than 50 years ago.
As a Vietnam vet coming back when I did the initial time, no welcome, okay? No welcome at all. This is just, yeah, it gives you goosebumps. It's just so wonderful that people recognize what we did over there.
Well, we'll be back with more of KTAZ's Texas Live in just a couple minutes. Stay with us. Yeah. So, final weather looks like it's going to be dead right now.
That's okay.
So,
That's fine.
that's fine.
Okay, we are here.
All right. Clay said he is going to spacebar. So if you'll move the laptop for me for right now.
Oh, now I brought a thing on our breakfast and blessings. It's just a sheet of paper. I don't know if you can hold it up, or I don't know, or I can email it to you too.
From KETK, you're watching East Texas Live.
The following segment is sponsored by Pelche Subaru. Well, welcome back. Joining me now is Holly with Pets for People, and today she has brought in a special furry friend who's looking for their forever home. Hello.
How are you doing? It's good to have you back.
Yes.
We're glad to see you again. Brought Fern to visit.
Oh, hello, Fern.
And she just wants to respond with those kisses and hugs. But Fern is about 3 months old. We are guessing that she has some lab mix in her, but she is smaller. So we're thinking a medium-sized dog, maybe 40 pounds, 30 to 40 pounds, somewhere in there. Of course, it's always a guess for us because we don't know the mom and the dad. This is part of the litter that actually were almost deceased.
Oh my
with
goodness.
104 fever in the back of a pickup truck. And we managed to save all 6 of them and we only have 2 of them left. So Fern is one of the special ones. Yeah, I know, you want to kiss. She loves riding in the car, she loves people, she loves water, and she only has 1 sister left. So we would love somebody to come out and visit with both of them.
Yes. Well, so tell me, what kind of home do you think Fern's going to need?
Of course, she would love a yard. She loves to run and play. She will need some potty training, house training. She would be good in any family, we think, maybe even an apartment. Now, not babies, really. Are you wanting to get down and play? Yes, you are. Because with babies, you know, just she might topple them over, you know, bump into them or something, but she loves to play with all of her toys, loves to cuddle, will just fall up and curl up and go to sleep in your lap if you let her. But like I said, she's gonna she'd be great leash training, going for runs, going for walks. She's just a great all-around dog, and with this hair she'll be easy to bathe, and since she likes water, that's going to come in handy.
Yes. So tell me how you are doing. What are some needs that y'all have right now?
We do have needs of puppy food because we had about 30 puppies and kittens abandoned in about 3 weeks.
Oh my goodness.
I know. You want to see, well, she wants to see you. Look at that. Yes, she wants to see you, Tori. So, of course, we did put a plea on Facebook for financial donations because this is a slow time of the year and we are full. We are totally full. I do want to announce that we'd like to invite the public to our Breakfast and Blessings, which is going to be September 27th. It'll be on your website. And it's going to be, we have Deacon William Necessary coming, we have medals, we have swag bags, we'll have a pancake truck there.
Ooh.
I know, coffee, water, and so we can bless these babies and spend time with the community. It'll be at the Atria Park, which is on Old Jacksonville. She's a cuddly thing.
She is. Well, Holly, thank you so much for joining me and for bringing sweet Fern. Thank you, Fern. Well, remember, the previous segment was sponsored by Pelche Subaru. We'll be back with more East Texas Live in just a moment. Stay with us.